Hello Bailey, this is your video on how to operate your lightsaber. So it's going to come in this box. You just open it up here. And it will come with the small lightsaber as well, because I couldn't find one where it only sold the large one. So you will have this for whenever you want to get it installed one day. Or you can just display it. Either one works. There you go. So you can just take it out like this. I'm going to provide you with the battery as well. It's going to be inside of here. So everything that comes in this box is the long lightsaber, the short lightsaber. You've got 2 replacement pommel caps. So what those are a more screen accurate one without holes, and then one with sound venting. I have the sound venting on here because if you have the one without sound venting, this is not designed for sound, so it's really silent. So with this, it is much better. It'll also come with this plaque here, which I think is pretty cool. It'll be nice for display. And it'll also come with tools there, and then your button for when you want to install this guy. Sorry I couldn't get this shipped on Saturday. The button situation is probably my least favorite button solution to any hilt I've ever come across, just because it's, for most hilts, they design the button in a way that it just goes in and presses the button, but for this one, you need to glue a magnet to the button on the chassis, and that's really hard to do without gluing the button shut, and then the magnet needs to be stuck on there, but not quite stuck on there enough so that it doesn't press. It's a very fine line. I spent a few hours yesterday working on that. It was quite tricky, but I got it to work. This is how you're gonna need to turn it on. You unscrew the pommel, there you go. And then you've got your speaker there. Unscrew this large circle, just a little bit. And then this button will fall out, so just turn it upside down, make sure you'll catch it when it falls, and then you can just shake it a little bit, and it'll come out. Another way you could do this is when it's inside and you have things unscrewed, you can take out the blade plug or the blade, and then you can stick your finger in there and just press down here, but never press on the pins themselves, just in case you end up connecting the positive and negative sections. So push down on the plastic part around it and you'll be fine. So here's your chassis, and then here's the button I was talking about. I'll put this right there for now. This is the button I was talking about. As you can see, I had to glue a magnet to it. I went through like 3 different buttons because they kept getting messed up, but so you can hear it clicks, then it's stuck on there. Just be careful not to like pick at it or anything, because it'll stay on there as long as you don't like pry it off. And then you've got your 28mm bass speaker. You've got your battery. You can just take it out by doing that. Pretty easy. So the negative is towards the speaker, the positive is towards the battery, or not the battery, the soundboard. So you just make sure those are lined up. And then you've got a kill switch. That's not going to be used too much, since you do have to take this entire chassis out every time you want to either remove the battery or turn it on and off. So I'm not sure exactly why they put and designed the kill switch there, but in case you ever want to leave the battery in and then put it in the lightsaber, I suppose you could do that. So you just turn it on, and then one button set up. I'll show you a little bit of the controls that I can remember, but in the description of this video, I'm going to have a bunch of resources that you can go to and reference to customize your Proffie board, to edit it, to add sound fonts, to add blade styles, whatever you'd like. It'll also have a guide for the one button setup, so it'll show you all the controls for the one button, all the different things that you can do. So with that, I guess I'll show you how to put it in. There you go. So you want to line the button up with the buttonhole, and then you slide it in. You'll see the button there. I like to line it up where it's, you know, even right there. You can tighten this a little bit if you'd like. Then you take the pommel, screw the pommel in. Then as you can see, it goes up, and then you can tighten that. Then you put in the button. There you go. And then you tap it to turn it on. Smooth swing, clashes, blaster blocks, you have lockup effects. You also have a tip drag effect. That's a bit tricky to trigger, but with practice you can get it pretty consistently. You can take out the blade plug by using your tool here. Oops, let me do this. And this is the retention screw for the blade and blade plug right here. And then it'll just slide on out. This is your blade plug. It lights up from the neopixels on the connector there. You can have a look. There you go. Then you hold it for a few seconds before it turns off. Well, you press it and wait for a few seconds to turn off. There we go. Put the blade in. It's a 1-inch blade. I have it programmed for 122 pixel length. If it doesn't work on whatever blade you have, I recommend checking out the resources I have in the description, and then you can just edit the length. I have the config file in the SD card as well, so you can just edit it quickly, upload it to your lightsaber. And then, there you go. Localized blaster blocks. I'll put this out the way. Localized blaster blocks. You've got tip drag. There you go. You also have a stab. There I just twisted off. So it does have a couple gesture controls. You have stab on, which can be a bit tricky. There you go, stab on. And then you have twist off. There you go. Let's see, what else do we have? If you want to change fonts, you hold it down for like a second and a half and release it. And that goes forward. If you want to go backwards, you hold it until it makes the sound. I have quite a few on here, and it also shows off all the blade styles I have set up. Purple. There we go. Sorry that the blade is washed out. I have daylight streaming in, which tends to make it a lot more washed out. And then I have, this is a cool off effect for the emitter. Looks really nice when you have a blade plug in. Red. I'll cycle through a few of these. There we go. White. So I have quite a few different colors, blade styles, sound fonts on here. Again, to go backwards, I'll show you this other blade style. I have rainbow, I have fire effect, I have the unstable effect as I showed you there. Purple. And I'm going to scroll back to this battery level indicator. Purple. Oh, that's purple. This is blue. This will be green. Green. This is the battery level indicator. So it'll show green towards the top when it's more charged, and then it turns yellow and orange and then red when it gets down low. So you'll know what battery level you're at. You'll want an 18650 or just a lithium-ion battery charger. So if you need one of those, just let me know. And then I think that's pretty much all you need to keep in mind for this lightsaber. It's very simple, it's very easy. Oh right, you can change colors. I think you point down and hold the button. It's either you point down and hold the button, or you point down, hold the button, and twist. Yeah, you point the blade down, hold the button, and then you twist. And then you have the color select. So you can choose any of the colors, and then I'll just go back to green. To accept it, just hold the button down. And it'll have that sound. And then you're all set. I don't think there's anything that I missed, but if there is, I'll have it in the description. Check that and the rest of this video if you ever have any questions on the lightsaber. Oh, I should mention, when you do plug it into your computer, I highly recommend you do not have the battery in when you do that, because I've heard stories of people frying their soundboards when they have the battery in and it's plugged into the the computer at the same time because the board gets power from 2 different sources, so it tends to fry it. So just a warning there, try not to fry the board because it would be very bad. But anyways, this is going to be your lightsaber. I'll ship it out tomorrow. It'll come in this container here. I might as well turn it off. If you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out and I'll be more than happy to help you as much as I possibly can. Let me just see if this way. This is not my preferred method of removing the, there we go. Removing the chassis. I like pushing it from the inside, but yeah. Anyways, I'll just leave the battery in here for you. Close it off. And then I will just leave you at that. So I hope you enjoy the lightsaber. It was fun to make, except for the button. The button was annoying, but I got it done and it works perfectly now. Makes a nice clicking sound. So, hope you enjoy it. Ever have any questions, feel free to hit me up. Hope you like the lightsaber. May the Force be with you.